Hi everyone, it's Amelia here from nurtureandshine.com. Just coming today with a quick little video for you guys. I've mentioned before that I actually find videos a lot easier to kind of bang out because when I sit down and write, I end up spending a lot of time. I really enjoy the whole writing process, and it's one that takes a lot of kind of time for me. Not to say that these videos aren't thought out or anything, but anyway, it's just easier for me to bang out a video sometimes. And I quite like doing them. Anyway, I wanted to talk about something that had kind of come up for me today, and it's on the topic of self-love. I've got a post that I have been writing for a while now that I kind of keep coming back to. That's a kind of a lengthy thing on self-love, but yeah, this is something that kind of came up for me today. After my shower, and don't worry, it's not going to get weird, I was looking at myself in the mirror and I realized that something huge for me, considering kind of my history, is that I accept myself and the way that I look now. I don't necessarily. I'm not like in the mirror staring at myself going, "Oh, I love myself. I'm so in love with, what I see." It's not at that at all. There are things that I would like to change, but I accept my body for what it is and what it's done as well, which is so huge for me. It's a huge step. And I think that self-acceptance is one of the first steps on the path to ultimately, self-love. I mean, I love myself in lots of ways in that I want to take care of my body and, eat good foods and things like that. But in regards to kind of the exterior part of my body, yeah, there are things I want to change. Or rather than, no, not change, because I am happy with what I've been given, finally. There are things that could be tighter, let's say. And that's largely thanks to having kids. But the things that could be tighter, they aren't affecting my happiness. Time ago, I would look in the mirror and go, if my bum was smaller, or, I had thinner legs, or no cellulite, blah, 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 I would be happy. And my happiness was dependent on the way I looked. And that's just so not a healthy way to be, to live your life. And your happiness is from within, not from without. So to come to a point where I do look in the mirror and go, hey, it's not too bad. There are things we can work on, but I will work with what I've got, is a huge leap for me. And I pull myself up on the self kind of hate talk all the time. Like, for example, today I was, I've got this kind of crazy ass baby hair thing happening. So if you go, like, I've got all this new baby hairs and it's everywhere. So when I put my hair up, I just get these wispy bits everywhere. Anyway, it's kind of annoying. But I was getting frustrated at it just this morning. I'm like, hang on, hold up. How did I get this? For one, I got it because when you're pregnant, a lot of people you get this kind of, your hair gets so luscious and thick. Then when you have the baby and you start breastfeeding, all the hormones, the hair falls out, and it does. Like, sometimes you'd be mistaken for thinking that your hair is going to fall out, but you've got so much extra hair that it comes out. And then it kind of, extra bits that have fallen out kind of grow back. So you get this kind of like sheen on top, this halo of new baby hair coming through. And I was starting to be at a point this morning where I was kind of hating on it. And I'm like, oh, so frustrating. And then I'm like, this is ridiculous. It's hair, it's growing. I can't do anything about it. I'm not going to chop it off because then it'll still have to grow back. Live with it, accept it, move on. Why waste my energy today on some wispy hair? Like, really? So things like that, that's just one example, but I do pull myself up all the time. If I go to look in the mirror and think, oh, what's that? What's that pimple? Blah, blah, blah. A pimple or some wispy hair should not ruin your day, and the way what's on the exterior should not ruin your day. What should make your day is, the amazing things that you have in your life, all the things that you're grateful for. Focus on them. Like, if you find yourself hating on some part of your body, it can't necessarily be changed. Focus instead on what you love. So I kind of like my eyes. I think they're all right. So I'll focus on doing them or something like that. But it's all about turning those thoughts around. And once you're aware of those thoughts, which I've been flipping the switch constantly. So when they come in, I'm like, no, hang on, I had this because I had a baby, blah, blah, blah. And once you do that, the less of the negative thoughts come in, and the more you are now, as I am, on the way to self-acceptance, and then hopefully some self-love. So yeah, that's just a little kind of example from me today of what's kind of happened for me. But start to flip that switch, because once you do and it becomes a habit, it's pretty powerful, and you deserve to love yourself. You totally do. Everyone's amazing, and you deserve to see just how unique and special and beautiful that you are. So I hope you're all having a great week. It's been a crazy week for me, but more on that later, and I'll speak to you guys all soon.